Hey guys, welcome back, it's Snow. Today we are playing Braum in ARAM, and I'm going to show you how fun he is and how much damage he deals despite being a tank slash support. Here's a screenshot of the runes if you'd like to note it down. We start off the game by buying a Guardian Horn and Tear. The Tear helps with a lot of his mana use with the Q poke, and Guardian Horn is just really good for blocking damage and healing regen. So here we landed the snowball onto Orianna, and I'm trying to get that 4th proc, but we're unable to do so, so then I hit Leona trying to get the 4th proc as well. With Braum, I find his passive very strong because you have so many allies on your team able to help proc his passive, which will stun the enemy and dealing some bonus damage. I know a lot of people don't really enjoy playing tanks, supports on ARAM because it doesn't seem like a lot of fun, but maybe this video will change your mind, because even as a tank you'll see how much base damage he has, and the Q poke and his R, and just how annoying you can be with Braum's passive. So we land the Q onto Orianna, but at the moment it's just early levels. No one's really following up on my Qs, quite far away, so that's okay. So I played this game maybe a few weeks ago, and I was going to post it, but then the kidnap tech from Ambessa and Camille was in the game, and then I thought that was more important. So yeah, this game's a little bit old, but still quite recent, and it's my first time rewatching it back, so I don't remember what happened. But I remember that this game was really fun, and it was a very close game as well. So here I'm thinking about going with the W to Callista, don't manage to get into range. Land the Q onto Sivir, actually killing her there. Didn't realize that I would get her with that Q snipe. And our team's just following up. I try to land the snowball onto a minion to close the gap, which is a nice trick that you can do on many champions. Lux lands the R, Siren lands the Q. I'm trying to go in to help him block, and Orianna ults me. So now I've got my ultimate as well, so we're going to try and see if we can save Lux. She dodges Pyke's Q, which is really well played, and then here we land the R onto Leona and Orianna. So let's see if we can get the chase. Ori doesn't think she can escape, so she walks back in. But yeah, with Braum's ultimate, it's not just in front, there's slightly a small circle around him as you hit the ground, so that's why I was able to knock up Orianna there. Anyway, hopefully everyone's enjoying these VOD style commentary games. Let me know what champion you'd like to see next down in the comments, and I'll see if I'll pick it up. I find it's a lot easier to get different champions with the new ARAM update. There's a lot more choices, and I feel like there's always a champion that I'm wanting to play. Alright, Pyke lands the R onto Lux there. So they pop the stun onto Pyke. I'm just trying to auto as many people to get the stacks going, so just gonna try and get the 4th, but Sivir ghosts away. Trying to chase. Misfortune. Unfortunately, she landed the bounce onto Callista, otherwise I would have tried to save her there with my shield. But that was a really weird bounce angle. And we're trying to land a snowball if I can onto Ori. I don't actually use it, surprisingly. Maybe I didn't know it was off cooldown. Do it. I land it and get the snipe. I guess that's why I was saving it, to get the kill. We go back into the respawn and we go to save Callista with the WE. Really strong. Try to land a multi-man ultimate. Cancels Leona's E. And lands the Q onto the Orianna, which Sion finishes off the job. And here I'm just trying to help Sion battle it out. And you can just see how annoying Braum can be with his passive, with his W, with his shield. Very versatile. But if you get a team that doesn't, you know, understand your passive and doesn't proc it, it can be very frustrating. And Yasuo goes in for the ultimate, however he can't get the kill onto Leona. I go for the snipe. Maybe Pyke actually pulled me in closer, I'm not too sure, or it would have reached regardless. But anyway, I get the kill back onto the Leona there. I land this snowball, not going to go in, obviously. And I put up my shield, just blocking a little bit of damage. Not the most effective use, but it's okay, it's not too long of a cooldown. But yeah, at the moment it's very close, 20-20, tied up together. And I'm quite comfortable playing Braum. I used to be a support main in solo ranked. Didn't really play Braum much, more so Thresh, but played Braum a few times. Get a 3-man ultimate there and get out of there with a portal. I love how easy it is, or like how nice the portals are to allow you to get an escape, land this stun onto Leona and finish her off with the Q. And here Lux and I do the combos very well, stacking them together to CC Pyke down. We get the stun there again. Lux goes to ultimate, but Pyke eases away in time. And she's pinging his Ionian Boots of Lucidity for, maybe she just thought that the CD was quite quick. I don't know about you guys, but I never build the Boots of Lucidity. I feel like the 10 ability haste and a little bit of haste to your summoner cooldown is not really worth it. But maybe in that situation it got him out alive, so. At the moment, all towers, none of the towers have been taken yet. Very close game. Pyke goes in, tries to do a RE combo where he R's onto the Lux, which during his E, stunning me. Here Sion goes in. I get the passive onto Leona, onto Misfortune. Hit the passive back onto Leona, and then we kill both of them. And Sion's just in the back line doing Sion things. And here, as an ARAM, you try to get everybody killed, but we don't manage to get the Sivir, and unfortunately I think I take a death here, yeah. So we're back on the Rift, and we're trying to look to help this Callista. I missed my Q onto MF, everything's okay. W back to get a heal. With the health relics, you get more health based on missing health, if you didn't know. So I wouldn't have gotten as much health as Callista there. So we land the Q onto Leona. There's nothing we can do. I'm not quite sure, but did Leona just get a second proc from Yasuo's Tornado Q? That was interesting. So Pyke's just looking for a hook. Doesn't manage to get anyone. And yes, they get the fourth shot onto Pyke. Land double man ult on the two ADCs. Yasuo follows up, and Sion goes back in. and hopefully we take the tower here. So here I'm just looking to support Kalista, but we don't manage to save her. That's right, we got the tower, and now we're just looking to back away and try and clear the wave. Lux goes for the snipe onto Oro, he managed to land it. I missed my Q, but that's okay. And then Lux is pinging Pyke to be aware of his ultimate. And I think managed to dodge it with my W. So that's good, I don't allow his ult to reset, and we take a reset. If you look at my items, I've built the Fimbulwinter and Unending Despair. Here I hit Pyke with ultimate, trying to CC him, but his mobility is too quick. W and E gets out of there, even away from Yasuo. Yeah, I'm running Fimbulwinter for the shield from your Q and R, which is quite helpful, and also Unending Despair. Just provides overall stats and allows you to heal a bit more tanky in fights. So Sion ultimate here. Emir flashes away, and I think we're disengaging, and Yasuo puts up his firewall for that. Emir dodges my Q, however she can't dodge Lux's, and I managed to get the Q snipe to finish her off there. So a W to Sion, giving him more bonus resistances to his armor and magic resist. And the enemy team is still up by 4 kills at this moment. So we get the 4th proc onto Leona, and he gets the 4th proc onto Pyke as well. Well played to Yasuo, and now we're just trying to finish them off. I land the ultimate on the back onto Sivir, get the Q snipe onto Orianna. It's just too clean. And I feel like a lot of people get caught off guard by how much damage Braum deals. And here I'm just looking for a reset, trying to run away from MF, so I get a reset so I can buy and the enemy doesn't get any gold. So I pick up the Warmogs there just so that I can tank damage and then hopefully not die and then re-heal that later on. So there's a really good example of how annoying Braum is, where I block all the damage from MF onto Kalista, and even there I was blocking all the damage from Sivir onto Kalista, and we're just able to kill them off. So now I'm the only one alive, managed to get the 4th shot onto Orianna, and now we're just going to try take down Sivir. So we just got to auto her down, don't need to stress here, we're going to get her eventually, she can't do anything to me really. So just going to punch her down, and there we go. I'm unstoppable. Let me know also if you enjoy playing Braum and ARAM. And here you can see how good Warmogs is, where I'm just healing up to full HP from the Warmogs. But with Warmogs, remember that you need a certain amount of bonus health before the passive is active, so you can't buy Warmog's first item. I remember doing that once on Soraka and it didn't work. So now we've managed to pull the game back. 1 tower apiece, 43 kills each. And I've got 11 kills, 6 deaths, and 28 assists. So here's Sion, ultimate's in. I'm looking to W onto him, cast my E, land my ult onto MF. Yasuo follows up, and here I try to follow up Yasuo. I probably W to him, put up my shield, trying to block as much damage as I can, land the Q onto Sivir, and we take over that team fight. And Leona's just running away. We're going to catch her eventually. I think she might have pulled the wave, which is really smart, because now we can't hit the tower, allowing the enemies to respawn in time to defend. So MF is up in 13. So really well played to Leona in that losing situation. And there we can see a mustache Poro. and I think Sion was pinging everyone to feed it. So here we're trying to do some damage to the tower, put our shield up against MF ultimates. I land the snowball but don't go in. But Sion goes in. Let's see if he gets the kill onto Pike. And no, he doesn't. But I heard a cling for Heartsteel. Land the Q onto MF, just doing some poke damage with that. It's more than you think, and also with the I'm not quite sure what the name of it is called, but the second resolve rune allows you to heal yourself. But just wait a minute, we're back into a fight. Land the R, followed up by Lux's ultimate as well. And here we're just trying to auto some enemies to get the passive stacks going, and we're just killing off Leona there before we go in to help the Kalista. So I flash in trying to save her, but she didn't even need it. But yeah, going back, if you look at the second rune below the Guardian, the shield one, it's 1973. So that number is from you damaging or impairing enemies' movement, healing you and your closest ally for some health. So it works quite well with Braum, and if you look at my numbers, I've healed 4,700 from Unending Despair, which is really good. So yeah, if we just look at that number, so 2073, and let's see how much it increases when I land a Q onto an enemy. Alright, we've got a team fight there. Orianna lands a big ultimate. Here I'm trying to help Lux, but unfortunately she dies. And let's see, 2123. It's on cooldown at the moment, so that's why it's not going up. Just trying to run away from the enemies here. Unfortunately I get hooked by Pike's Q, but my Unending Despair is just dealing so much. So we've just respawned, and enemies are knocking on our door. We get the ultimate onto Orianna there, gets the double kill, and we just auto down MF. So she's trying to get in the portal, which is really well played, because it's very easy to die to the fountain when you're trying to take the enemy portal, especially when it's not the Hextech one where you can't click on it. So really well played to her, just walking very close, hugging the wall so you don't get lasered by the fountain. Alright, let's check the healing thing. So I'm at 2173. Let's see how much it goes to when I land my first immobilizing Q or R. So 2173, and now it's 2273. So yeah, healed 100 health from landing the Q there, and now we're in a big fight. So MF ultimates, but doesn't really get anybody. We get the passive onto Leona, gets a 3-man knockup. Yasuo manages to land his ultimate onto 2 people, follow up with the Q onto Sivir. Managed to lock her down as well. I flash trying to get the 5th person, but unfortunately we don't manage to do that. So now Yasuo wants to go in. We try to get the kill onto Pike, but we're unable to do so. But anyway, that should be the game, I think. Still got 13 seconds onto Leona, and Pike can't really clear the wave and can't really go in, so I think we managed to kill off the enemies here. But yeah, let me know if you've enjoyed this video. Please consider liking it and subscribing for more ARAM content. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.